due to the current times we are in, some channel changes had to be made. As you can see, my mask had to be changed due to the current time period that we are in, as previously said. And I'm actually going to have to do something that may shock a lot of you. I have to add another word to the title of this video. Now, I know, please don't get angry at me, just I had to get some more attention to this extremely important topic. You already saw the title of the video. What could be more important in a crisis like this? A bread review. Yep, a bread review. Because you see, I need to calm down the people. We need something lighthearted. We need something like a bread review. I know you're thinking to yourself, Evan, this is the greatest idea I've ever heard. Where'd this even come from? It didn't come from me because, I don't know. Somebody recommended it to me. So thank you to whoever that was. You know who you are. So, welcome back, and let's do our top 5 of bread. At number 5, we're starting off with, well, no bread. Now, you're thinking, Evan, you're crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm giving what I want to the people. So, what do I mean by no bread? Well, sometimes people like sandwiches without bread, and we call those people crazy. And I am one of those people. Well, I don't eat sandwiches without bread all the time because sometimes just that's too much for one man or a woman or anybody for that matter. So sometimes you may have a gluten allergy as well, and well, you might want no bread. Speaking of allergies, at number 4 we have thin bread. Thin bread. Oh yes, what a wonderful bread. Thin bread is something that can be very good, especially when it's crispified in an oven. Now I know you're thinking, Evan, what do you mean by that? Well, when you go to a pizza restaurant, let's say something in New York, and you want a pizza, and they have a thin bread crust. That crispiness can get through it so much, and it makes it taste so good. So the next time you think about ordering a pizza, try the thin bread pizza. You might like it. At number 3, we have whole wheat bread. Ooh, a controversial pick to this list of ours. Now, I know what you're thinking, Evan, you're crazy. No one eats whole wheat bread. I eat whole wheat bread. So, the reason why I put whole wheat bread is that sometimes you can add a bit more flavor to something like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a grilled cheese sandwich. Sometimes just that type of bread can just have more richness to it. And sometimes that's what I like to look for in a type of bread. Now, at number 2 on this list, we have something that may surprise some of you, sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is a very weird pick for this list. You don't put sourdough bread in a sandwich unless you're eating like something like a hoagie or something like that. What I mean by this is when you go to like a French restaurant or an Italian restaurant, they may give you some breadsticks, which is most of the time maybe sourdough bread. This sourdough bread can be crispified on the outside with a very smooth, soft inside. So when you take that crunch, you feel the crispy crunchiness of the outside. But then you take another bite of it, and you feel the smooth, soft inside of the sandwich, making it a perfect blend. Now, before we get to number 1, I want to put an honorable mention on this list of French bread. Now, French bread can be sourdough bread, but sometimes something like a baguette may be very good. It can beat almost everything on this list. However, I'm not going to be including it because you see the reason why is because this bread, well, it doesn't really originate from America. So I have to exclude it from this list. So all French bread friends out there, please don't get angry at me in the comments. Sorry, just I can't. Sorry. And for our number 1 pick, we have white bread. Now, I know what you're thinking, white bread, Evan, that's the most generic bread. And you're right, it is the most generic bread. Because it can be used in any way. You can put it on a sandwich. You can eat it whole. You can put it on toast. It can work in any scenario whatsoever. It may be like the default of bread. It can be your generic home style bread. I mean, and who knows, maybe it can rot the fastest as well. It's a fast bread. It's a generic bread. And it's just the default bread, I know. But that's what makes it so good. There's so many purposes of this bread that it has to be my number 1 pick. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying self quarantine. I'll try to entertain more people next time. I don't even know. I can't breathe under this mask. I feel like I'm burning alive. So before I burn alive anymore, I'm gonna have to head out. So thank you all for watching, and well, see you next time. Enjoy the generic outro music again.